Under the lights of Las Vegas, it looked like this script was already written. Max Verstappen victorious, Lando Norris second, Oscar Piastri fourth. The championship picture seemed predictable, Norris extending his lead to 30 points over Piastri, Verstappen sitting 42 behind. Nothing unusual until almost 5 hours after the checkered flag. When the strip had already quieted, the shock dropped. FIA scrutineering reports revealed skid plank wear below the 9mm minimum on both McLaren cars. The numbers came first, cold and clinical, then the sporting translation, disqualification. Not a time penalty, not a reprimand, total erasure from the results. Andrea Stella was summoned with his technical and sporting directors, measurements rechecked, a Mitutoyo micrometer confirming every fraction. No loopholes, no debate. A clear technical breach. In a single stroke, second and fourth place vanished, and the championship flipped upside down. Stick with us because what comes next reshapes the entire season. The immediate hit to McLaren was obvious, lost points at the worst possible moment. But when the standings recalculated, the twist emerged, almost cruel in its irony. Without the DSQ, Norris would carry a 30-point lead over Piastri. With both results erased, the gap shrinks to 24. A strange unintended gift for the Australian after a bruising weekend. And more shockwaves, Verstappen's win lifted him level with Piastri on 366 points, both now chasing Norris with equal hunger. A championship that looked steady suddenly trembled. Verstappen had asked for a break, a moment of fortune to claw back the fight, and the double McLaren DSQ delivered exactly that. Piastri was the first to speak, choosing calm over emotion. He called it disappointing and unfortunate, acknowledging the team didn't get it right this time. His race had already been difficult, a bad start, constant recovery, battles layered with possible car damage. Losing the points only deepened the sting. Yet there was resolve in his tone. Reset, refocus, attack the final rounds. Norris conversely spoke with sharper frustration. He had delivered a near-perfect race apart from turn 1, fought back brilliantly, and believed second place was secure, until the technical infraction wiped 18 points off the map. The slowing at the end, the strange drop in pace now had a painful explanation. The car was running too close to the ground. "Nothing I do changes it now," he said. The words carried the weight of a championship suddenly tighter through no fault of his own. At the center of it all, Andrea Stella stepped forward under immense pressure. He explained the root cause: unexpected porpoising unseen in practice, excessive ground contact, and accidental damage discovered post-race that increased floor movement. It was technical, unintentional, and devastating. Stella apologized to the drivers, the partners, the fans. The sting was sharper because McLaren had looked strong all weekend, both cars competitive, both drivers performing. This was the kind of weekend that cements championships. Instead, a measurement of 8.88mm on Norris's car and 8.74mm on Piastri's car became the difference between control and crisis. Inside the garage, an unspoken question hovered: bad luck or preventable error? Meanwhile, Verstappen followed a path of pure dominance. His race execution was flawless. The explosive launch, the precise punishment of Norris's turn 1 misjudgment, and the unrelenting pace that kept Russell at bay. When told Norris was closing in, he simply raised his speed. Silent, clinical. The final lap fastest time was almost a signature. Verstappen never leaves scraps on the table when a title is in play. And then came the jackpot, McLaren's disqualification, turning a strong win into a championship lifeline. Now only 24 points behind with 2 races and a sprint left, he suddenly had everything he needed. This title fight, once slipping away, was abruptly reborn. The standings painted a picture: Norris 390, Piastri and Verstappen tied at 366. But the numbers missed the emotional fracture lines. Piastri's form had evaporated in recent weeks. 6 races without a podium. Moments of hesitation replacing the spark from Europe. Las Vegas added another layer, squeezed out by Lawson at turn 1, potentially carrying damage, later overtaken by Leclerc, unable to clear Antonelli even on aging tires. His tone after the race carried resignation, a subtle heaviness. Norris was the opposite, fast, confident, performing like a champion in waiting. Yet now he was punished by a technical detail he couldn't control. And on the horizon loomed Verstappen, rising, relentless, smelling weakness. 3 drivers, 2 weekends, 1 title slipping into unpredictability. As if the team needed more tension, McLaren found itself tangled in another controversy, Stella's earlier query about Verstappen's Brazil engine change and its impact on the cost cap. Paul Monaghan of Red Bull dismissed it bluntly. He wasn't surprised McLaren had rolled a hand grenade into the situation, insisted Red Bull's actions were defensible, and called the matter a gray area. The FIA echoed his stance. Nicolas Tombazis admitted the federation lacked the expertise to determine whether an engine change is for performance or reliability. He described it as a weakness in the current regulations and confirmed no action would be taken. For McLaren, the message was harsh. While battling internal crises, its external challenge fizzled into nothing. Red Bull walked away unscathed and Verstappen sharper than ever. By the way, if you're enjoying this deep dive, make sure you stay tuned because the final stretch gets even more intense. The double Las Vegas DSQ now echoes far beyond the desert. McLaren enters the season's final triple header in recovery mode. 2 fast cars, 2 strong drivers, and a single mistake measured in tenths of a millimeter jeopardizing everything. Lusail looms as a psychological battleground. For Piastri, it's a chance to rediscover the fire he lost. For Norris, it's a test of emotional resilience. Can he carry the weight of an unjust blow without letting it break him? And for Verstappen, it is the perfect scenario. Momentum rising, pressure mounting on rivals, and a championship swinging back toward danger. Other teams sense the chaos too. Ferrari, Mercedes, and the midfield know these final rounds could become unpredictable war zones. Every point becomes ammunition. Every detail becomes risk. Every decision becomes destiny. The 25 title belongs to no one now. It belongs to the moment. And the moment is about to shift again.